Her father told the Duke. He chose the rejected sister instead the moment the carriage wheels stopped outside the Harrington estate. Elowen knew her life was about to be decided without her consent. In the bright afternoon sun, with white clouds drifting lazily across a clear sky, her father's words from the night before echoed in her mind like a verdict already passed. She was not the daughter meant to be seen, not the one prepared for this day, and yet fate had placed her directly in its path. What followed would break old rules, expose hidden wounds, and change the meaning of worth forever. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and unexpected destinies, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Dreams Dairy to support stories that remind us hope can rise from rejection. Elowen Harrington had grown up in the shadow of her younger sister, Maribel, who was praised for her beauty, confidence, and perfect manners. Elowen, by contrast, was known as the quiet one, the girl with ink-stained fingers who spent her days helping servants, tending the garden under the warm daylight, and reading by tall windows while sunlight spilled across the wooden floors. Their father, Aldrich Harrington, loved both daughters, but the world loved only one, and he had learned to bend to the world's expectations long ago. When Duke Alaric Rowan announced he was seeking a bride, Aldrich made a choice that felt practical, even merciful in his own mind. He would present Maribel as the jewel of the family and spare Elowen the pain of rejection she had faced her entire life. But life has a way of unraveling plans. On the day of the Duke's visit, Maribel fell ill, pale and fevered despite the midday brightness outside. Panic crept through the estate as Aldrich realized postponement might insult the Duke. In desperation, he made a decision born from fear rather than faith. He instructed Elowen to stand in for her sister, to smile politely, to say little, and to remember her place. He believed the Duke would see through her quickly, dismiss her, and the matter would end quietly. In his heart, Aldrich thought he was protecting her from hope. Elowen walked into the sunlit hall feeling every step weigh heavy. The Duke stood near the windows, tall and composed, his presence calm rather than imposing. Daylight framed him not as a distant noble, but as a man observing the world with careful attention. As Elowen approached, she expected dismissal, perhaps polite indifference. Instead, she felt something unfamiliar, to be truly seen. The Duke noticed her nervous hands, the way she looked at the garden beyond the windows, the gentleness in her expression that came not from training but from lived compassion. As the afternoon passed, Elowen forgot to perform. She spoke about the orchard she helped restore after a storm, about how morning light revealed things darkness hid, about how rejection could teach patience if one survived it. The Duke listened, not because he was searching for flaws, but because he was searching for truth. Outside, birds moved freely between branches, and sunlight illuminated dust in the air, as if even the room held its breath. Aldrich watched from afar, dread tightening his chest. He realized too late that Elowen was not failing. She was becoming visible. When the Duke finally turned to him, the choice was already made. The Duke expressed his intention clearly and calmly, choosing the daughter who had been offered as a placeholder, the one her own family had never believed would be chosen. The days that followed were filled with disbelief and quiet upheaval. Maribel recovered, confusion and bitterness mixing with guilt, while Aldrich struggled beneath the weight of his own assumptions. Elowen, once invisible, now faced attention she had never sought. Yet daylight revealed not arrogance in her, but humility. She continued to walk the gardens, continued to help others, continued to doubt her worth even as it was affirmed by someone powerful enough to change her fate. The Duke's choice was not about rebellion or pity. It was about recognition. He saw in Elowen a strength formed by neglect, a kindness untouched by praise. He believed a duchess should understand people, not just position. Slowly, Aldrich began to understand the cost of what he had almost destroyed. In quiet moments, under the same warm sun that once cast Elowen in the background, he saw his elder daughter fully for the first time. Elowen's transformation was not sudden or dramatic. It was steady like dawn. She learned that being chosen did not erase the pain of being overlooked, but it gave it meaning. She learned that rejection had not weakened her. It had prepared her to lead with empathy. And she learned that sometimes, The role forced upon us becomes the doorway to the life meant for you as the story nears its end. Take a moment. If this journey touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Dreams Dairy, because stories like this only live on through your support. Special request. Comment below and tell us which moment in Elowen's journey moved you the most. In the end, under the open daylight sky, Elowen stood not as the rejected sister, but as a woman who proved that worth does not wait for permission. And if this story stirred something inside you, please engage with this video, because your support helps bring more stories of quiet courage and unexpected love to life.